All right, ready to go.
All right.
No, you're good. Start it.
Oh, hey, everybody. I'm sorry I can't hear the music.
No, you're good.
Welcome to a special edition of the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. We're coming on right now because we wanted to cover a couple of things before the race. After the race, it won't do us any good. It's obviously Kurt Busch, big deal, but also the weather. Hearts go out to Kurt Busch and the decisions that he had to make this week.
I believe he's done. If he does come back, it'd be done. I don't think he's going back to that car. If he can't go into chase, it's smart for him to give up the spot, but it changes everything. Everything we talked about.
It does.
So it sucks for him. I'm glad he's being smart, not rushing to get to the car. But also that leaves 2 spots.
It does. And the connotations of that are all Ryan Blaney has to do is finish the race and he's locked in.
I think, pretty much. Yes, exactly.
All right. If there's not a new first winner, then we've got Martin Truex that's going to point in.
Yeah.
If either one of those two win the race, the other points in.
Yeah.
So, barring another new first winner, which is very possible at Daytona, those two are in.
Correct.
I can't remember who's, because again, we're doing this on the fly, who is behind Truex in points, but they're so freaking far behind, they're irrelevant as far as the points.
Yeah, I saw a graphic from NBC. I'll try to pull it up real quick. And there's a lot of people out there, obviously they don't know NASCAR. They don't know the point situation. They don't whatever. And everybody's like, oh, Kurt Busch dropped out to give Bubba the chance to get in. It doesn't matter. Bubba has to win.
He has to. And
no
I
matter
even saw
what.
that stupid story where they're going to switch charters so Bubba's auto.
Yeah.
That can't happen. No. It's not going to happen.
He has to earn it. So, no.
He has to earn it. And the scenario that we just laid out is the truth. That is the hard, cold truth. At this point, like I said, unless Blaney crashes out on lap 1 and there's not a new first winner, he's still in.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a new first winner and he crashes out on first lap, then Truex is in and he's out. But that's so highly unlikely. And you and I kind of texted back and forth a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, when the news dropped, yeah.
I think Blaney's going to play it smart.
There's no reason for him to race up front until he's locked in, and then he'll go for the front. Essentially, there's no reason for him to try to go for the win because that's a potential of him getting knocked out of the chase.
All he has to do is stay 25 spots behind Martin Truex Jr.
Yep.
And again, regardless of whether there's finish the race. That's all Blaney has to do is finish the race.
Yep.
Now, if you've got a major accident, takes out, all kinds of people, and you've got folks that we never even thought about that are contending for the win, even that doesn't matter. As long as he stays within 25 spots on the track of Martin Truex.
Yep. So to go back to
Truex,
go ahead.
I think is the one that's going to push it and go to the front.
Yeah, he's not going to leave it just for chance because if someone wins, he's out and Blaney's in, so he has to push the subject.
Yep, he does. Like I said, we wanted to get this out here because when we did our podcast Wednesday night,
the news didn't come out till literally yesterday afternoon, Thursday.
And this was not even on the radar screen because we all thought that Kurt was just going to hang back and get healed and come back for Darlington. And according to team statements that I saw, 2311 management is so sure that he's not going to be ready by Darlington. I guess they did a test with him at Charlotte,
and it wasn't. Wasn't good.
Yeah, it was not good. So they rescinded the waiver as far as minimal races. He's still in the top 30 in points. But I commend 2311, Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, and everybody involved, that they recognize that they're taking a spot that could possibly go to
essentially
somebody
they're taking
else.
their organization out of the playoffs, which is a championship opportunity. Because right now, Bubba, unless he wins, he's out. So they're not in the playoffs.
I'm just putting the respect out there. As much as I'm not a big Denny fan in any way, shape, or form. He's a part of this, and I give all the respect in the world for the decision that they made. And I think it's a lot of respect towards Kurt Busch. I think it's a lot of respect towards the sport, NASCAR in general. Like I said, I'm very proud to be a NASCAR fan today because of what Kurt Busch in 2311 and the decisions they've made. And believe me, these are hard decisions for them to make.
Yes.
But they're first and foremost putting Kurt Busch's health at the forefront. And I respect that tremendously.
Correct. Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, this is only going to be about a 10-15 minute hit. There's so many scenarios I've seen put out there, but ladies and gentlemen, the truth is Blaney's in. All he has to do is finish the race. Barring a non-first time winner, Martin Truex will make it, because whoever's behind him, and I had that earlier today, I don't know who it is.
I have it up right here. It's Blaney, then Truex, and then 187 behind Truex is Jones. Then behind him, 194 is Almirola, then 230 is Austin Dillon. Then
they got no shot unless they win.
Exactly. They have none.
So again, barring another first-time winner, Truex and Blaney are both in. And that's why I expect Truex to be pushing it all day long, because he knows this.
Yeah.
And let's say, everybody knows Daytona's a crapshoot, and it's produced, I think, more first-time winners than any other track, period.
If not Talladega, yeah.
Yeah, so, all right, done with that. The other big issue we want to cover real quick is don't necessarily expect you're going to see a race on Saturday night. The weather in Florida right now, we're showing rain for the next 10 days on and off.
If they do, it would be a very shortened race if they even get halfway.
Yeah.
Even if they get it dried, it's Daytona. It's a big track to dry, so they have to have the winter to dry and then race. So it's, from the weather standpoint, it is not looking pretty.
It is absolutely not. And yes, Daytona has lights. So, I mean, this could be one of those scenarios where they race at 2:00 in the morning just to try and get the race in before Darlington. But the weather pattern that's coming in, and I just texted you a little bit ago, I had a little, let's call it a back and forth with, it was, NASCAR. No, it wasn't the page that I'm involved with. It was another one. And the guy got all pissed off at me. Well, I live here and we will get this race in on Saturday.
You put rain tires on?
I screenshotted the 10-day forecast to him and I said, just saying. And he's like, well, I live here. We will just saying. I'm like, all right, take your smart ass self and go home, because I'm telling you right now, I will be shocked if we get this race in before Monday or Tuesday. And I think it's going to be one of those where
50 laps here, 50 laps there, 50 laps here, just to sporadically get to halfway.
And get to halfway. And that's what I think.
They can't postpone the race to another date because it's the chase. So it's literally, they have to do it. Like,
they have to get it in.
Yeah.
And I just don't see. Now, tonight, for the Xfinity race, as we're doing this on Friday, they should be fine. They should be able to get the race in pretty good. Maybe halfway, but I think they'll get it in. But I'm telling you people what, man, this rain pattern that's coming in is going to be devastating to NASCAR to try and get this race at least a complete race. And like you said, Brian, it may be something where they do 50 laps here, 50 laps there.
It's 400 miles, so how many laps is race? 200?
No, be what, 175, 85?
Yeah, it might be like 20, 25 here, 20 there, 15 there. They just to get the halfway. It's 160 laps for the race. So halfway is 81 laps. So they have to get to 81.
They got to get to stage 3. Isn't that the rule? They got to get 2 stages in or halfway?
Something like that. I'm trying to find the stage for. I seen somebody posted it earlier, but I don't know. Let me look. I don't want dead air.
No, you're fine. I guess the main point we're making is it's going to be a real challenge to get this race in full, let alone on Saturday night. It's just not, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. Because I don't know. Get the rain tires out, like you said. It's crazy. I can't do a screen split on my thing, so.
It just says 160 laps. Be a thing about themselves.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think the official rule across NASCAR is 2 stages or halfway. And I would imagine the stages are going to be probably 35 or 40. Maybe a little more. I hadn't researched that either when we came into this. It's just,
well, Daytona was 65, 65, 60, or to be 200, and we're at 60 laps. So I'm assuming probably like 40, 40, and then it'd be like 45, 45, and then the rest would be the finish to 70. So 45, 45, 70. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Well, I said, I think you're right in that they're going to end up just doing whatever they have to get to the halfway point, and they're going to be, again, thankfully Daytona's got lights, so they get a window to get 20 or 30 laps in.
But you never know. Weather could be so erratic where it actually just might clear up randomly or miss the track. I don't know. We never know how it goes, but it's not looking good for Florida weather right now. This is what they get for moving Daytona into late August instead of July 4th. You're going into hurricane season, which is weather is going to
peak hurricane season.
So what do you expect? I understand they wanted to have a very climaxed ending of the regular season at Daytona. I get it. But you're going to run into this exact problem where weather is not going to work with you when you're at literally end of August instead of early July.
And again, we're entering a time, as I live on the East Coast, believe me, I pay big attention to this. In fact, there's 2 systems out there right now that are very threatening. But yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, people, we just wanted to get on here and get this out here before the race, so we can acknowledge that. And again, props, kudos, and well wishes, respect to Kurt Busch.
I think with this year of him going over the 2311 and his past history of Kurt being ups and downs and in and out of NASCAR, out of, losing rides, I think he's gained the love and respect of the NASCAR, not just the garage, but the community as a whole. And I think it's good for him morale-wise.
Yep.
So it's one of it's kind of like back in the day, everybody hated Jeff Gordon, his booze, and then near the end of his career, everybody really appreciated what he's done for the sport. So it's kind of the same situation.
I agree. I agree, and he's helped 2311 and Bubba for that matter a lot.
Bubba's got a lot of help.
So anyway, there's some other connotations from all of this, but we'll get to that our next regular show. And I can't guarantee we'll do this on Wednesday because the race may not be done by Wednesday. But anyway, people, thanks for following us. Thanks for listening. Like I said, we try to be relevant, and there's no way we could have talked about this on Wednesday because it didn't drop until Thursday. So we're coming on. We're doing a quick hit just to get it out there. And I hope we have a race. But again, I can't emphasize enough the love and respect that I'm gaining for Kurt Busch, and not necessarily 2311, but
when Tyler Reddick goes there, that'll be a changer for me because I really like Tyler.
Again, there's some things I saw this week we'll save for the next show. We're just here to talk about Kurt Busch and what's going on with Blaney and Truex and the possibilities here. So let's do a quick prediction. Do you think both Blaney and Truex will advance?
No.
On points. You think there'll be another first-time winner and Blaney will advance? That's what you think the scenario is going to be?
Yeah, I do. I think there's way too many non-winners that are going to go balls to the wall, and the way these cars are set up to be so equal, especially at a track like this, and we know how Brad Keselowski is, and we know how good Bubba is at these tracks. And Michael McDowell, they're all past winners at super speedways, know how to do it. No, I don't. I believe Blaney's in unless he literally crashes out lap one and he gets screwed, unless Truex is crashed out and he's right next to him. But I think Blaney's in, and I think it's the first time, and I am not even gonna guess. But if I would have to guess, it would be Brad. I would say Brad Keselowski. He wants to prove that organization's good, and he wants to go out with a bang. He'll do all he can. He proved that last year in the chase. He'll do whatever it takes, regardless if he's getting knocked out or not. So, no, I don't think Truex is going to make it unless Blaney crashes out lap one.
I have to agree with you, and I think that's the scenario we're going to get is there's going to be another first-time winner. Blaney gets in on points, Truex doesn't, unless Truex is the actual winner.
Yeah. And technically that's a first-time winner, so really, but no, I think Blaney's in, and there's another first-time winner, and Truex, which is sixth in points, is outside looking in. Hate to say it, but that's what I feel. But you never know.
Mm-hmm. And again, I think Blaney is going to take this opportunity, regardless of what Truex does, and just kind of hang in the back.
Yeah, I think he'll wait in the back for, like I said, regardless, he's going to lag back and just wait for 15, 20 laps to go, if it, pending weather. And then that's when he'll push, because he'll know where Truex, obviously he's going to be fed all that information and says, hey, Truex is running fifth. You need to at least be 30th. All right. If not, okay, go.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be 30 cars running.
I'm just saying. Blaney's gonna play very smart here. He has to. So
he's in, and he's almost guaranteed he has to protect that, and I think he'll do what he's got to do to protect that. So, all right, people. Again, we wanted to come on before the race because so much has happened in the last 24 hours.
This might be a recurring thing, especially with the chase happening and people getting knocked out and announcements and drivers losing the rides, and this might be a normal thing where you do like short updates. I'm okay with it. It's just getting it organized and doing it. So,
yep. So, all right, let's leave it at that. And I hope we get a race in. I hope it happens Saturday or Sunday. But I'm not too optimistic at this point, but
I'd have
see.
to go to the 24-hour, hour by hour for tomorrow and see what the weather looks. It doesn't look good for the 10-day forecast. It does not look good.
No. So, all right, people. Thank you. We'll talk to you the next time. It'll probably be Wednesday, but who knows at this point. But
yeah.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thank you.